So
Giovanni didn't do that. Right?
Yeah, that's why his soup turned brown. And that looks pretty close actually to what you get in the restaurant, I think.
And Giovanni didn't cool down.
That's why it didn't slice and keep it shaped like this. And we are left with a beautiful, white, milky tonkotsu soup. Oh! Very ramen-ya flavor.
Konnichiwa, Tomodachi!
Welcome back to another cooking episode of Tomodachi Table.
And thank you for 5,000 subscribers.
Wow, we made it. And for our special, we're going to be cooking a tonkotsu ramen.
We just saw the DiGiovanni's ramen.
And with Uncle Roger's reaction, we thought, since we are at the home of tonkotsu ramen, why don't we do a comparison?
We're gonna create the Ichiran noodle, and also we're gonna create from scratch Ichiran noodle as well.
And do a taste comparison.
Yes, we will compare today.
So if you want to see more, feel free to give the channel a like and subscribe.
Let's do it. Alright, first step is to make soup.
And we want to make it white, not brown. Start by cleaning our bones. We're going to add them to our pot. So this is backbone, and this is pork feet, 1 pork foot. And the skin and the fat we're going to add later in the process. And we're going to top this off with water. Just enough to cover everything. Now let's bring that to a boil. Okay, it's come to a boil and we have to get rid of all this nasty stuff. So
Giovanni didn't do that. Right?
Yeah, that's why his soup turned brown, and tonkotsu should not be brown color. Okay, so now we're going to add our chashu meat, and we're just going to pop that in there, and it's going to stew and add flavor as well. So let's let this boil for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we're going to wash our bone. Okay, so let's continue to skim off this dirty stuff that's coming out, and pull out all of our pork bits. So you can do this over the sink, but we want to wash the bones. So
right. Pour the water.
And scrub them like this. Get rid of all the impurities. So here are our washed bones, nice and clean. Let's put them back inside. And our chashu.
Water.
We're gonna add our aromatics.
Onion, leeks, garlic, ginger, right, kombu,
for that natural MSG.
shiitake mushroom.
Now we're gonna let this simmer for about 2 hours. It's been about an hour. Let's pull out our chashu meat. We're gonna put it in a separate pot and we're gonna add our seasoning. Next, we have to take out our kombu kelp.
This is very important.
Or else it will get bitter. Okay, let's season our chashu.
Garlic and the ginger.
A couple pieces of rock sugar. Half a cup of Japanese sake. Half a cup of mirin. 1 cup of dark soy sauce. And we're gonna let this simmer for 1.5 hours and then let it cool completely. Now we're gonna add our pork skin and our pork fat. So this is all gonna render out and make our flavoring oil as well. Okay, so it's been a couple of hours and our broth is starting to turn a little bit milky. So what we wanna do is we wanna start mashing with our spoon slowly.
All of the ingredients became soft.
And let this go for about 4 more hours while continuously mashing. So our chashu is now nice and tender and very nice color.
Alright, step 2 is to make spice sauce.
And this is a little bit similar to what they have at Ichiran, the red paste on top.
Alright, first of all, mirin, sweet sake, miso, gochujang. Gochujang is English?
It's the Korean chili paste.
I see. Tobanchan.
So this is Chinese chili paste. And we're gonna add some red chili flakes. Then we're gonna add cayenne pepper. This is white pepper. And this is habanero for the spicy kick. And we're gonna mix it together. Okay, and that looks pretty close actually to what you get in the restaurant, I think.
Oh, Ichiran. Okay, next is to make tare.
And that is the salty base for our soup.
Light soy sauce, fish sauce, mirin, Japanese sake, black pepper,
some MSG, salt, and hondashi powder. A few cloves of garlic, and some more natural MSG in the shape of kombu, or kelp. Let's simmer everything together for 30 minutes. Our tare is done simmering, and now let's transfer it to a bowl. Okay, so we're gonna take this and strain it. Because you don't want a big bite of peppercorn when you're eating ramen.
Alright, so special step is to make Ichiran ramen.
And this is a box set that you can get at most stores in Japan.
Oh, looks like this. Right. First of all, put the noodle on it.
So these noodles are completely dry.
Okay, 3.5 minutes already passed. Turn off the heat. Then next is the soup. Lastly, we will put the spicy powder.
Right, let's put our noodles into our serving bowl.
Very simple noodle.
So Hakata style, we have to fold it like this to make it look like a square. We're gonna add our konbini chashu. Our scallions.
And lastly, spicy powder. The center. Right, it's done.
Okay, so this is our instant Ichiran tasting.
Oh. But lighter smell than the original Ichiran, I think, ramen shop, I think.
And a little bit artificial smell, I think.
Yeah. Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu. Much lighter than the restaurant.
Very much lighter. This is very instant ramen noodles taste.
And the white pepper taste is very strong.
Oh.
Very dry noodle taste.
Next is our original Ichiran ramen.
So our soup has broken down and gotten really, really milky. And that's what we're looking for. So now let's turn the heat off and we're gonna strain it. Okay, so we take our soup and let's pour it in here. As you can see, the skin and the fat has broken down, as well as all of that nice marrow inside of the meat. So the bones have given us everything. We're just gonna squeeze some of it through here. And we are left with a beautiful, white, milky tonkotsu soup. Okay, our chashu has cooled down in the refrigerator, and now we're gonna slice it.
And Giovanni didn't cool down.
That's why it didn't slice and keep it shaped like this. Okay, so we have straight style ramen today, because Hakata ramen is very straight and very long. And they cook very quick, so we're only gonna put them in for about 40 seconds. A little bit of our tare, a little bit of lard, and next our soup right on top. In go our noodles next, our chashu,
Leeks.
our homemade chili paste. Almost forgot our eggs, or wood ear mushroom. And optional, a little bit of chopped garlic.
Alright, it's done.
So, at last, after one day, we finished our tonkotsu ramen.
How much time did it take?
I think almost 24 hours, right? So, let's give it a taste.
Itadakimasu.
Itadakimasu. Oh! Very ramen-ya flavor.
Oh.
Wow!
Oh.
This is really, really good.
That's much better than Ichiran, I think. I see.
That soup is so rich, so creamy.
Oh.
The chashu also melts in your mouth.
Soup is fantastic.
Makoto, I think this is my favorite one.
Among the 3 ramens we made already, right?
Yeah, so far. So if you want to follow us for more tasty adventures, give us a like and subscribe.
Sayonara.
See you next time.
Oh, this is very surprising for us.
It tastes like a shop, like ramen.
But we have never made a tonkotsu ramen from scratch, right?
Yes, I did a lot of research and looked at a lot of different ways to make it and sort of mix them all together into the Tomodachis original recipe.